It was barely 16:15 a.m. when Marcus Hale, the man newspapers called the ICEO, stepped out of his sleek black car, cold morning air, fog over the pavement, and a silence that felt heavier than usual. He wasn't supposed to be here, not at the old apartment block, not dressed in a $1,000 suit among broken stair rails, peeling paint, and flickering hallway lights. But here he was, scouting the area for a new project, one his board was already pushing him to abandon. He rubbed his forehead, frustrated, and then he heard it, a whisper, trembling, so faint he almost thought he imagined it. "Sir, excuse me, sir." He turned. A little girl, maybe 7, maybe 8, stood near the staircase, hugging a stuffed rabbit so tight its ears bent forward. Her eyes were wide, terrified, pleading. "Sir," she said again, voice cracking as if every word hurt. My mom isn't waking up." Marcus froze. His breath stopped. His briefcase slipped from his hand and hit the floor with a dull thud. Something in her voice. It sliced right through him. "What did you say?" he whispered. She swallowed, tears filling her small brown eyes. Please help. I can't wake her up." And then, without another word, she grabbed his sleeve with her tiny, cold fingers. "Sir, please, take me to her." Marcus followed the girl, Lily, up the dim staircase, each step tightening something around his chest. The hallway smelled faintly of damp clothes and last night's cooking. Lily stopped at a door, hands shaking as she tried to turn the knob. It creaked open. "Mom." Her voice quivered. Marcus stepped inside and his world tilted. A woman lay on a thin mattress, pale, motionless, tangled in blankets. Her breathing was shallow. Her lips were slightly blue, and beside her, an empty bottle of cheap cough syrup rolled lazily on the floor. Lily dropped to her knees, shaking her mother's shoulders desperately. "Mom, wake up, please. Please." No response. Marcus knelt beside them, instinct screaming at him to do something, anything. "Get back, sweetheart," he said gently. "Let me check." Her eyes overflowed with tears as she moved aside. He placed 2 fingers on the woman's neck. Weak, erratic. He looked around the room. There was almost nothing. A cracked mirror, 2 mismatched cups, a single photograph on the wall of Lily and her mom smiling at a park. A life held together by scraps. "Sir," Lily whispered, hugging her rabbit. Is she dying?" Marcus's throat tightened. "No," he said, voice suddenly fierce. "Not if I can help it." He lifted the woman into his arms. "Come on," he murmured to Lily. "We're taking her to the hospital. Now, before I continue, if you believe every child deserves safety, love, and second chances, please like, share, and subscribe to Kindness Stories Hub. Your support helps us spread more real stories of hope." Marcus Hale was not the type of man people called kind. Disciplined, yes. Successful, definitely. Cold, absolutely. For years he built walls, thick ones, around everything that hurt. Most people assumed he was born that way. They didn't know. They didn't know that once, long ago, he was the little kid calling for help in an apartment just like this. They didn't know his mother's overdose was the reason he was thrown into the foster system at age 8. They didn't know he had vowed never to feel that helpless again. But seeing Lily, he felt 8 years old all over again. Terrified, desperate, begging someone, anyone, to save the only person he loved. His jaw clenched as he carried Lily's mom down the stairs. This time, something inside him whispered, "You didn't get to save your mom, but maybe you can save hers." The hospital room was cold. Machines beeped steadily as doctors worked. Lily sat in a chair, swinging her legs nervously, watching every door that opened, hoping it was her mother walking in with a smile. Marcus stood beside her. When the doctor finally came out, face serious, Lily squeezed Marcus's hand instinctively. Is she okay?" she whispered. The doctor sighed. "She's malnourished, exhausted, severe respiratory infection. If she hadn't been brought in today," he paused, "she wouldn't have survived the night." Lily's lips trembled. Marcus closed his eyes briefly, relief and anger mixing inside him. "Can we see her?" he asked. "Yes, but she'll need time to recover. And the doctor hesitated. We need to talk about the financial. I'll handle it, Marcus said sharply. The doctor blinked. Sir, the full cost. I said I'll handle it. Lily looked up at him stunned. Why are you helping us? She asked softly. Marcus opened his mouth, then closed it again. Because I couldn't help my mom. The words never left his lips. Before he could answer, a loud voice cut through the hallway. Marcus, what the hell are you doing here? He turned. His business partner, Gregory Shaw, stormed toward him. Great. Exactly what he didn't need. You disappeared from the meeting for this, Gregory hissed. We had investors waiting. Marcus clenched his jaw. This is more important, Gregory scoffed. More important than a multi-million-dollar project over some random people. Lily flinched. Marcus's voice dropped to ice. They're not random. Gregory rolled his eyes. You're being emotional. Again. You know what happened last time? Enough. Marcus snapped. But Gregory stepped closer and whispered harshly, Marcus, don't forget. Everything you built. It all collapses if you keep making stupid decisions like this. Something inside Marcus cracked. He looked at Lily, small, scared, holding her rabbit tightly. Then he looked back at his business partner. If helping a child is a stupid decision, he said quietly, then I don't want to be in business with you. Gregory's face darkened. This isn't over, he growled, turning on his heel and storming off. But it was. Marcus knew it. And for the first time in years, he didn't care. Hours later, Lily finally fell asleep with her head against Marcus's arm. He didn't move, not even when his legs went numb. He watched her breathe softly, fingers still gripping his sleeve, trusting him as if she had known him forever. He whispered to himself, why does this feel so familiar? His vision blurred as memories crashed over him. His mother's cold hand, the empty kitchen, the neighbors screaming for help, the paramedics shaking their heads, his 8-year-old voice begging them to try again. A tear dropped before he could stop it. He wiped his face quickly, ashamed of the weakness. But then Lily stirred, eyes half open, sleep softened. Sir, she murmured. Yes, he whispered. You won't leave, right? His heart throbbed painfully. No, he said. I'm right here. She smiled faintly. You're nice, she mumbled before drifting off again. Marcus stared at her for a long moment. The room hummed quietly, and he realized he didn't feel cold anymore. He felt human. Over the next days, Marcus visited the hospital daily. He bought Lily warm clothes. He brought her meals. He even sat with her mother, Anna, reading documents while she slowly regained consciousness. When Anna finally opened her eyes fully, she whispered, You saved me. Marcus shook his head. No, Lily saved you. I just helped. Anna looked at her daughter sleeping peacefully on the couch. Tears filled her eyes. I thought I was failing her, she whispered. Marcus's voice softened. You weren't failing her. You were fighting alone. Anna looked at him curiously. Why did you help us? For the first time, Marcus said the truth aloud. Because someone once helped me when I lost my mom, and I never forgot. Anna reached for his hand. Thank you for giving me another chance. The day Anna was discharged, Lily ran to Marcus and hugged him tightly. Your family now, she declared loudly. Anna flushed. Lily's sweetheart, but Marcus laughed, an actual laugh he hadn't felt in years. Family, huh? He said. Lily nodded seriously. Yes, you saved my mommy. So now you're stuck with us. Marcus knelt. Well, I think I'm okay with that. As they walked outside the hospital, a black SUV pulled up. Gregory stepped out. Marcus, he said stiffly. We need talk. No, Marcus replied calmly. I need to talk. He handed Gregory a folder. What's this? Gregory frowned. My resignation. And documents transferring the project to you. I'm done. Gregory's jaw dropped. You're quitting. Over them. Marcus looked at Anna and Lily. Yes, he said simply. Over them. And for once he felt light, free, alive. Weeks later, Marcus bought the old apartment block he had visited that morning, not to demolish it once, but to rebuild it into safe housing for struggling families. He hired Anna as the manager. He enrolled Lily in a good school. He started showing up at school plays, parent meetings, and weekend park picnics. One evening, Lily climbed into his lap with her little rabbit. "Sir," she asked softly. "Yes, Lily." "Do you miss your mom?" He swallowed hard. "Every day." "Yes," he whispered. "I do." She leaned her small head on his chest. "I think she's happy," she said, "because you saved us. Just like you wanted to save her." Marcus blinked away tears. That night, he realized something profound. You don't heal from the past by forgetting it. You heal when the past guides you to save someone else. And sometimes, family isn't who you're born with. It's who you pick up when they're falling. If this story touched your heart, if you believe in kindness, in hope, and in helping someone when they need it the most, please like, share, and subscribe to Kindness Stories Hub. Tell us in the comments what act of kindness changed your life.